Among the first anime I watched during my initiation into weebdom were Love Live, Show by Rock, and K-On! In that order. As someone who's been a musician for the past 15 years of the accident that was my existence, it made me absolutely elated to know that music anime are a thing. Seeing as my very early impressions of anime were made up of either weird creatures who could only say their name for some mysterious reason, or some dude screaming at the top of his lungs for about a solid 7 seasons before the show progressed any further, I was pleasantly surprised to see that there was something I could relate to in this medium of entertainment. However, those 3 music anime weren't enough for me. I was hungry for more. As any individual who's mentally unstable would do, I went scouring through the bowels of my anime list for more music anime. And there I found it. Bang Dream. When I found Bang Dream, I did a tiny bit of research and found that Bang Dream was a multimedia project with a mobile game among other things and was associated with Bushiroad, who are also associated with Love Live and were distributors of Love Live's mobile games as well. I was undeniably in love with Love Live, so that gave me really high hopes that Bang Dream was going to be good, so I gave it a watch. It ended up being very okay. I wasn't disappointed by it or anything. Bang Dream's anime was still good, but it just wasn't anywhere near the level of Love Live. That being said, I still became obsessed with Bang Dream, especially since just a day or two after finishing the anime, it was announced that its mobile game was getting a global release soon. I of course played it semi-religiously for a few months even though I wasn't that great at it. Since then, more bands in anime have been released. Roselia and Reza Suelen are my all-time favorites among all the bands. Honestly, if it's metal, I'm more than likely gonna gravitate towards that. Pretty easy to see how they'd be my favorites. Seasons 2 and 3 of the anime explore the characters a lot more and made for a fantastic character-based story. However, what I'd like to focus on today isn't about Roselia, Reza Suelen, or the mainline anime. I'd like to bring everyone's attention to the latest installment of Bang Dream anime called Bang Dream It's MyGo. Quick heads up, spoiler alert from here on out. It's MyGo has been the most impressive installment in Bang Dream's series of animes so far. Bang Dream's anime in the past has been full of mostly feel-good moments from start to finish with just a pinch of drama and conflict. However, MyGo took a completely different approach in how it's written. Of course, Bang Dream is a music anime, so the band's writing songs and performing them is an important aspect of the anime, which still happens in MyGo. But MyGo put the music in the back seat a little bit. It, above all else, is a character drama. I absolutely loved this new approach in Bang Dream's writing style. It's MyGo starts us off with one of the most interesting premises I've seen in any band or music anime I've seen so far in my 5 years of being a weeb. Most, if not all music anime I've seen, start off with strangers or a couple of friends trying to get a group together and somehow things just magically work out. In It's MyGo, we already have an established band that goes by the name Cry Chic and has a little bit of history. However, in the first episode of the anime, Sakiko announces that she's leaving the band despite being the founding member. This causes some confusion and a small fight breaks out. The final blow though was when Mutsumi said that she never found being in Cry Chic and hanging out with her fellow bandmates fun. This scene didn't last too long, but it felt like so much happened in a small amount of time. Way to hook in an audience immediately with the drama meter set to 100% right out of the gate. Right after, we're introduced to the protagonist, Anon. Yes, that is her actual name. It's really funny to me as a native English speaker that's been on the internet for far too long, but it's also kinda cute. Anon is a transfer student at Hanaoka Girls' School who just came back from studying overseas. From overhearing her peers talking about how a lot of students are in bands because this school is home to Afterglow and individual members of other bands, Anon takes an interest in bands as well and decides that she wants to be a frontman vocalist and guitarist for one herself. I guess you can technically say that she's the founding member of MyGo along with Soyo Nagasaki. One of the spicier aspects of the writing of this anime were Soyo and Anon having ulterior motives for being in the band. Anon just wanted attention and everybody else was just a stepping stone to get her to be as front and center as possible. I found her to be rather insufferable for the better part of the anime. Soyo wanted to reunite the members of Cry Chic and planned to get rid of Anon and Rana the second things started to go her way. Soyo was definitely the coldest and most selfish person. Well, I guess that can apply to Sakiko too, but more on her in a bit. If nothing else, Soyo was by far the slimiest member, and someone that I felt genuine hatred for. The fact that I can feel such strong emotions about a fictional 3D character really goes to show how well they were crafted. Rana was just there because yes, she found the other girls to be interesting and invited herself in to be a member of the band. In my opinion, Rana was a welcome addition. I actually really liked her for how much of a completely random goofball she is. Taki was someone that I had to warm up to though. Her horrible attitude towards Anon during the first meeting didn't leave a good first impression on me. Anon had yet to learn about Tomari's backstory, so Taki calling Anon scum after learning that she had invited Tomari into a band didn't sit right with me. Taki just cares a lot about Tomari though, and you get to see how much she cares throughout the anime. After understanding her more as I watched the anime, I definitely warmed up to her. Sakiko is a bit of a mystery to me. I can't really place my finger on her since nobody really has a read on what her deal is exactly. Her leaving Kreischick is a mystery, and of course we'd all like some answers. As of right now, I can definitely say that I'm not a big fan of hers. Sakiko's 180 on her attitude is wild since it practically came out of nowhere. Seeing her go from being the happiest person in the band to being super cold was a bit of a shock. The only thing we know was that something she saw on her phone bothered her after Kreischick's performance. I wonder what it is she saw. The fact that she poses a handful of questions is definitely one of the better parts of the anime though. Now, I'd like to share my thoughts on Tomari. Tomari is, by a very significant margin, my favorite girl in the anime. While definitely being adorable and a cinnamon bun that I'd love to hug and protect, she's the one with the most amount of depth and had the most amount of care poured into her. The first person POV episode she had was a creative and unique way for the writers to explain who she is to the viewer. I was thoroughly impressed with the episode, and I applaud the effort made into making that a solid episode. It's hard to say whether or not Tomari was shy or just not sure about herself, but seeing a character be as reserved as she is, in the way that she is something new for Bang Dream. Some aspects of her personality are things that I can relate to as well, such as her shyness and the fact that she questions herself sometimes. The one thing Tomari is certain about is that she wants to continue being in MyGo with her new friends Anon and Rana, but also with the members of Kreischick. I'm very much so looking forward to her development. On the more technical side of things, I'm glad that the quality of the CG animation has been getting better with each new installment of Bang Dream anime. I've been enjoying how much more lively the characters look and feel, even if they aren't very active people. I was especially a fan of Taki's angrier expressions. I do find it weird when they randomly decide to use standard 2D animation though. It kinda takes me out of it sometimes. That being said, Studio Sanzigen has been going above and beyond with the animation, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be slowing down their improvement anytime soon. I also appreciate the consistent use of full-length songs. While most music anime use the TV versions of the songs, which are typically around 90 seconds, It's MyGo decided to say fuck it and just animate what is essentially a legitimate music video for the songs being used. Despite the songs being an average of 4 minutes, those 4 minutes didn't end up being a waste because the pacing of the episodes which featured songs didn't suffer. 4 minutes doesn't exactly sound like a lot of time, but when the length of an episode is 20 minutes without the OP and ED, 4 minutes is 20% of an episode. That's not exactly an insignificant amount of time. Meanwhile, popular Shonen Jump anime titles waste entire episodes with 20 minutes of nothing that'll advance the plot in any way, shape, or form. The one thing that I would really like to shed some light on again is the first-person POV episode with Tomari. That was by far one of, if not the best episode of the anime. Having seen her backstory along with the formation to disbandment of Kreischick entirely from her point of view really makes you feel Tomari a lot more. You get a much clearer understanding of how she feels and how other people see her. The writers and animators behind It's MyGo did a fantastic job of giving the viewer a taste of what it feels like to be in Tomari's shoes. Of course, the first-person POV helps out tremendously with that, but still, watching everything happen from her point of view makes the emotion stronger in my opinion, which led to making the disbandment of Kreischick hurt a bit more. Despite me having watched an astronomical amount of anime to the point of re-virginizing myself and solidifying the fact that I'll be forever alone, I've yet to see any other anime have one full episode in a first-person POV, so seeing this be a thing and It's MyGo was a brand new, original experience to me. I haven't seen every anime ever made, yet. So, if any of you are aware of any other anime that have done this, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to see stuff like this happen some more. To wrap things up, Bang Dream It's MyGo is perhaps the best Bang Dream anime made so far, and I hope that the franchise continues to improve. Having been around since before the global release of the mobile game, and before Season 2 was even an idea, it fills me with excitement seeing the franchise grow in the way it has. I'm even more excited about the continuation of this new story in Bang Dream Ave Mujika. How do you guys feel about Bang Dream? Who's your favorite band, and what are your favorite songs? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, see ya!